Let's discovering the most mysterious being in the Bible, the 4 living creatures. In the Bible, the 4 living creatures are mentioned in the book of Ezekiel and the book of Revelation. They are described as extraordinary beings that surround the throne of God and play a significant role in heavenly worship. While their nature remains mysterious and open to interpretation, here is a breakdown of their characteristics as described in the biblical texts. Number 1. Appearance. The 4 living creatures are depicted as having distinct forms, each resembling a different creature. In Ezekiel's vision, Ezekiel 1 verses 5 to 14, they are described as having the faces of a lion, an ox, a human, and an eagle. In the book of Revelation, Revelation 4 verses 6 to 9, their appearance is slightly different, with one having the face of a lion, another like an ox, the third with the face of a man, and the fourth like a flying eagle. Number 2. Wings. Each of the creatures is described as having 4 wings. The wings are depicted as being covered with eyes, both on the surface and underneath. The presence of eyes on their wings has been interpreted as symbolizing their profound insight and awareness. Number 3. Functions and roles. The 4 living creatures are closely associated with the throne of God and are described as being in constant adoration and worship. They have a vital role in heavenly worship, praising and glorifying God day and night. They are also seen as representing different aspects of creation and a connection between the divine and earthly realms. Number 4. Symbolism. The symbolism of the 4 living creatures has been the subject of various interpretations. Some scholars suggest that they represent the qualities of God or aspects of His creation. The lion is often associated with majesty and kingship, the ox with strength and service, the human with intelligence and rationality, and the eagle with swiftness and transcendence. Others view them as representing the 4 Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Number 5. Cherubic beings. The 4 living creatures are often identified as cherubim, a type of angelic being associated with the presence of God. Cherubim are frequently depicted in the Bible as guardians of sacred spaces and agents of divine judgment. However, the exact relationship between the 4 living creatures and other cherubim mentioned in different biblical passages remains open to interpretation. Number 6. Wheels and movement. In Ezekiel's vision, the 4 living creatures are associated with a complex system of wheels within wheels. These wheels are described as being covered in eyes and capable of moving in any direction without turning. The wheels are often closely linked with the movements of the living creatures, suggesting a coordinated and harmonious relationship between them. The intricate imagery of the wheels signifies God's sovereignty and control over all creation. Number 7. Guardians of God's throne. The 4 living creatures are depicted as being in close proximity to the throne of God. They serve as guardians and participants in the divine court, where they offer continuous worship and adoration. Their presence near the throne signifies their elevated status and intimate connection to God's presence. Number 8. Multiple faces and unity. The 4 living creatures having different faces symbolize the diverse aspects of creation and the multifaceted nature of God's power and authority. Despite their distinct faces and characteristics, they are described as moving together in perfect unity, never turning aside. This unity represents the harmony and order that underlies God's creation. Number 9. Symbolic interpretations. The symbolism of the 4 living creatures has led to various interpretations throughout history. Some see them as representing the attributes of God, His strength, wisdom, humanity, and transcendence. Others view them as representative of the angelic hierarchy or heavenly beings with specific functions and roles. The significance of their symbolism is often tied to their presence in heavenly visions and their association with worship and adoration. Number 10. Revelation's description. In the book of Revelation, the four living creatures are mentioned several times, particularly in the context of heavenly worship. They are described as being in the midst of the throne and around it, offering praise and honor to God. Their role in Revelation is similar to that in Ezekiel, emphasizing their constant presence in the celestial realm. It's important to note that interpretations of the four living creatures may vary among different religious traditions and scholars. The symbolism and meaning attributed to them are subject to personal understanding and theological perspectives. Nevertheless, the four living creatures remain enigmatic figures that inspire awe and contemplation, reminding believers of the grandeur and mystery of God's divine presence. Thank you for watching. We hope you have gained insights into the Bible through this discussion. Please consider subscribing and clicking on the notification icon for future updates. Stay tuned for more episodes where we delve into critical issues found in the Bible.